Welcome back to my channel. My name is Holly, and in today's video we are going to talk about skincare. It's been way too long and I want to share with you some of the products that I've really been enjoying, and I also want to share one thing that I did many years ago that I feel like possibly, just possibly, caused me permanent under eye hollowing. Of course, nobody wants to do that to themselves or admit that they might have done that to themselves, but hey, I want to share it with you guys. Okay, so to kick things off, I just want to share some things that I've been really enjoying when it comes to skincare treatments at home. Some of you are here because you found some videos that I did on nanoneedling. Now, I haven't talked about it in a long time, and there was a period over the last year or so where I kind of just took a break from it. Doing nanoneedling, if you don't know what it is, it's similar to microneedling, but safe. Okay, it's the safe version of microneedling. I'm not saying that microneedling in itself is not safe, but it is invasive if you're going to do it at home. I think it's become a lot more widely accepted, even by doctors and professionals, in understanding that people are doing this at home. So instead of just fighting it, a lot of them are, just giving helpful advice on how to be sanitary and how to be safe in doing it, and I really appreciate that. So there's a couple people who come to mind. Penny of Penn Smith Skincare, who's an esthetician. I remember she had some excellent videos teaching, how to safely do microneedling at home. And one question and criticism that I get all the time on comments from my past videos, some of these videos are like really old, have to do with the way I was microneedling my face. So if you don't know this, microneedling involves a device and a cartridge that's added on, and the cartridge is going to have a bunch of very thin needles. Now, nanoneedling is different, and I'll explain that in a second, but with microneedling, those needles are going to rapidly puncture into your skin or your face or wherever you do this and cause micro injuries, and then it will heal, and it's supposed to help build collagen, really at a deeper level than what you could do with any other skincare at home. For the most part, that's not necessarily proven if that can outrank, doing TCA peels, for example. One question and criticism I've received is that when I'm doing it, sometimes in the videos, I am doing circular motions. Some people think that you should just tap and lift, tap and lift, tap and lift. That would take a while, but yeah, you can do it like that. When it comes to doing it, according to, Penny, from what I remember many years ago watching her videos, she said it doesn't matter. If these needle tips are sharp, like they're supposed to be, they're not gonna tear your skin up. I've never had any issues with that. I think some people have had issues if they got, a needle cartridge where some of the needles aren't as sharp and it could scratch your skin. But obviously you wanna be really careful. When I go at the depth of 0.5 millimeters, I can definitely go in this like in any motion, up, down, around, whatever. Now, if I'm using it and I'm going deeper, like 1.5 millimeters, which I do like to do that in key places where there are lines and stuff, and I like to do it on my forehead because I have more fine lines there, I will end up tapping it, and the only reason is because it hurts so much. And I can't hold it down, and I can't put any pressure. Now, the other question is how much pressure? I don't really put pressure. It's hard to describe. If you can see what I'm doing right here, it's just gentle. You don't need to push it at all. You just need to make contact with your skin and move it however you're going to move it, or do the tapping, whatever you want to do. With that aside, hopefully that answered, some microneedling questions. I'm not, a dermatologist or esthetician, but that's just my personal experience and what I've heard from those experts. But you should probably check out videos by Penny. Now, what I've been enjoying again lately is doing nanoneedling. I really feel like this has potential to help with surface sunspots. Sometimes the sunspots are so much deeper and harder to deal with that there's other treatments that are going, in my opinion, are going to be way more successful, which would be microneedling and peels. And I mean a series of them, or doing them regularly. But for everyday, improvements in your skin, more little by little with no pain. So that's the other thing. With microneedling, it's painful. With nanoneedling, it's not. And I'm sorry, I didn't explain what this is. So this is my nanoneedling device by Deminuage. A long time ago, many years ago, they sent me this. So I really appreciate it. They sent me a lot of stuff. I still have some of it. I genuinely really like how my skin looks and feels when I use this. Now they have different needle cartridges, and I mean, it can get pricey though, that's the problem. They have like a daily booster cartridge, and I prefer that the most. Then they have this zip booster and a grand booster, and I kind of mix them up. But I'm sure the grand booster is, you know, bigger than this one. With the daily cartridges, it's so tiny, you don't feel anything when you're doing this treatment on your skin. But I notice a huge difference in how my skin looks later. It is like so bright and so youthful and so definitely glowy, and sometimes it's too glowy. I'm not seeing that today, which is good. I sometimes just do this because I find it like as a stress reliever and I want my skin to look a bit better. And I did one this morning, but I couldn't find the daily cartridge. So the daily one has the tiniest needle tips. They're like almost non-existent. They're more like little tiny little pyramids you can't feel. But the bigger ones, you can feel them. And let's just say you are afraid to do microneedling because that is invasive. It's kind of really scary and you're concerned. I would recommend getting something like this if you want. And I would recommend one of their other chips, like their Zip Booster or their Grand Booster. But be careful. And in this case, with the nano needling and this specific product, definitely lift and lift and lift. They recommend that, and it's necessary, guys, because I didn't do that this morning and I used this, and I don't think you can see it because I kind of covered it up with some powder, but I had such bad irritation, and I don't even have that with microneedling. I can get like redness from microneedling, but this was like irritation really bad, like somebody just scratched my neck up. So with that aside, don't do that, and then you'll be okay. And then my face is burning really bad. So basically when you use this stuff, the deeper ones I'm very sensitive to, and maybe I need to test it out again with tapping more than how I was using it. The deeper ones don't hurt either for me, except today, like my skin was burning afterwards and super irritated. It would calm down later, but even if you use like the daily ones, which I prefer, or whichever ones you use, whenever you apply skincare afterwards, it's really gonna soak deeper into your skin because you've created kind of very small channels. So be careful with what you use. And because my skin was hurting so much, like I sprayed my face with water, and then I also just used pure avocado oil, and some of it I mixed with water and put it on my face, and I felt so much better. So I'm loving the product. I do have a coupon code if you're interested. I'm an affiliate. If you're interested, don't need to use it, no pressure. This is not the purpose of this video. Now, this product is their Brightening Serum. I really love this product. I just like how easy it is to use. It comes with a set of 5 of these, and you break this off and you put this cap on, and it's just nice because you don't need to touch your skin. And the thing I appreciate with this is that it does not have very many ingredients, and the ingredients it does have, you know, I really like them. Other than the nano needling, I just want to share with you what some of my favorite skincare products are right now. And I feel like if you want a change in your skin, you've got to use active ingredients. A lot of these other ingredients, just basic daily skincare, I think you can get away with using a lot of different things. It's just up to your preferences. There are certain things that can really help make a difference. So one product that can make a really big difference in my skin without me having to do like a full-blown treatment is this right here, and this is my toner. It's a glycolic acid toner by the brand Good Molecules. It helps because it's like a little tiny mini peel in between whatever else you're doing with your skin. So I wash my face with like a really basic coconut-based soap. It's called Kirk's soap, and I just love using that. I've been using that stuff for ages. I just don't need something else. And then I will put this on a cotton ball and clean my face with it even more. And sometimes I feel like my skin is kind of tingling a little bit, so it's kind of like I'm getting a little glycolic peel treatment. And sometimes I don't feel anything. It just depends on how dry my skin is. I have noticed results in the appearance of my pores around my nose when I use this regularly, and I just started using it again maybe a month ago. I love it. So I definitely love that one. Other than that, you know, after washing and cleansing my face and using that toner, which I don't do that every day. If I need just a more basic toner, I'll use this Witch Hazel, which is unscented. Or if my skin is irritated, I definitely will not use that glycolic toner if I've recently done some type of exfoliation, unless I want even more exfoliation, which can be a little iffy. Other than that, what I've been using, this happens to be Good Molecules again. This is their Brightening Serum, and this is just something I like to use to try to prevent sunspots. I notice sometimes if I forget to do something or use certain treatments, or what is it, like if I don't wear sunscreen like once and go outside, I notice I have one spot over here and it gets a lot darker very quickly, and I'm like, I need to be careful with that. So I kind of just like using this, because if you're doing other treatments that involve exfoliation, you could be at risk for getting hyperpigmentation. So this I try to use to try to prevent sunspots. And then if I still need a lotion, I've been using this up. This is something that was recommended by a subscriber, Wendy, and I fell in love with this product right away. It has some great ingredients. It is a Korean ceramide lotion. Okay, so this is the other one I got recently. This is a very large tub, 20 ounces. This is so much bigger than anything else. And with this one, I got it for a work-related reason because I needed to test something out. So I was asked to get this, and if you don't mind that one of the main, let me see, ingredients, there's water, glycerin. I love glycerin, it's so hydrating. And then that petrolatum, am I saying that right? Petroleum, I don't know. If you don't mind that ingredient, then you may like this. And sometimes things like that kind of bug me, but I have no scientific basis. I haven't done all the research. But even if it did concern me, I would just put I would use it on my hands anyway, because I find it so hydrating, and I have really enjoyed this. I do use it on my face too sometimes. Okay, one question that I've been asked a bunch of times recently in the comments section has to do with which peel have I found to be most effective for my skin. So basically, I think we're talking about glycolic peels or TCA peels, and it's really kind of hard to answer that, but I'll try. When I was doing glycolic peel treatments very regularly, I did this like experiment long ago. What did it start in 2014? I'd have to go check back at the dates of when it started, but I took before photos, I took after photos, and for me, it got rid of lines around my eyes. Now, it was fascinating and so interesting that it was possible to do that. I found that to be very effective. So everybody's skin is different, and I just know that for me, over time, it got rid of those lines and wrinkles. It legitimately made a big difference. Personally, I feel like doing glycolic peels can make a massive difference in your skin. Now, I feel like at this time for me, I think if I want the most significant difference, like the most effective reversal of some of the signs of aging on my skin, I feel like I should do a TCA peel, and I feel like I should do it several times and then do glycolic peels when my skin is fine and healed here and there to maintain the results. But prevention of the issues, being protective against the sun is also really important. And I know we need sun, we need vitamin D, but if you're doing certain things to your skin, those are the times where you absolutely need to be extra careful, or else you will cause more damage to your face than before you did the treatment. So if you thought you looked older before the treatment, then you had great results, but you didn't protect your skin could end up looking way worse than before you did anything. I've had experience with this from many years ago. Please don't make the same mistake. I did something wrong like many years ago, many years ago, using tretinoin or Retin-A, and I created like a mustache color, a dark discoloration of a pigmentation issue. It was very noticeable and it was unpleasant. And it took peels to get rid of it and sun protection. With that said, the last thing I want to mention is that sun protection, the thing that I've been using, and this is not a promo for Good Molecules, I'm not an affiliate with them or anything. If I could sign up, I would love to be, but I don't really care. I have been really enjoying their sunscreen. Now this is an all mineral sheer sunscreen SPF 30. It is lightweight and it is not greasy and it does not give me any type of white cast. Now, If I want something a little more heavy duty, then I'm still using this right here by Coats. I just wish it wasn't so greasy. So I'm not gonna lie, it's greasy, and you kind of have to have a technique to using it if you don't want your face to be greasy. So like I'll put it on and then I will really rub it in, and I'll even blot it off, not off, but blot it with toilet paper, and then try to put like a little makeup on just to try to get rid of any more shininess, but it's really hard. The last sunscreen that I've been loving and is completely gone is this right here, and it is a mineral sunscreen SPF 50. I haven't used it on my face, but I used it on my body. It's a zinc oxide 20%. This is from Walmart, and this was more affordable. I'm saying more affordable because I can't remember the exact price, but compared to what these mineral sunscreens usually cost, I believe this might have been like $12, but I will find out. I just haven't been able to find it again since this purchase, and I would really like to buy more. I love using this on the body. The last thing I want to share with you guys, because this is getting quite long, is something I did to my skin when I first began doing skincare experiments many years ago. Was I had an IPL hair removal device. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about. It was so cool that we had a device that I could use. And I mean like years and years ago, before stuff became more available at home. I thought it was like the craziest thing that I could do that at home. And so unfortunately I wasn't consistent with treatments on like my legs and stuff. But I started hearing about skincare treatments using IPL, and it was called an IPL facial. And they used very specific wavelengths in order to do a certain type of treatment that's supposed to help with like blood vessels and with the appearance of your skin. I can't remember all the details. And so I dug into the research, whatever I could find, and I noticed that they were using like a very specific wavelength for the treatment. So I thought, you know, okay, I'm gonna research and look at my device and see exactly what wavelengths it can be set at, and I'm gonna copy what they did. This sounds innocent enough, right? And then I'm gonna do a treatment on my face at home. So it's just like flashing lights, you know, and you're wearing the little goggles. So what occurred is I noticed a hollowing underneath my eyes, and I don't know if you can see it here because sometimes it all depends on the lighting. And today isn't the best either because I'm like really having problems with my sleep like for the last week. I don't know if any of you have had that, but I'm basically waking up at 4 a.m. every day no matter what, and I don't know what to do to fix it. I already am gonna have like a puffy under eye right now, under eyes, because of that. I feel like I created a permanent hollowing underneath my eyes since that time of doing that IPL treatment. It was so noticeable, but as soon as I realized it, I was like, oh my gosh, like it clicked. Like I think I did this to myself. So I just wanted to share this experience in case it is helpful as just a possible warning in general with different things that people are going to do to themselves. Obviously, you know, there are risks with different things that you can do at home or even in an office setting. I did look it up a little bit where I was trying to see if other people had this experience, and I did see a bunch of things come up. Not all of them, I believe, were from IPL because some of them were from other treatments that involve heating up the skin. So for me, even though a lot of people say, you know, that certain treatments are safe that do involve heating the skin, no, thank you. I don't want to do that if it involves my face and any possibility of creating fat loss, because that's what I experienced. So it's not really something a lot of us want as you're getting older, unless you're trying to, even if you have like some fat issues, what's gonna happen? Like if you do like zap it off with something, is the skin just gonna be hanging there more? Like I honestly don't even know. So I just want to be careful, but I really wanted to share that with you guys. I really appreciate you hanging out with me today. If you have any favorite products or recommendations or any questions, please let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.